Hello everyone, thanks for joining us today. My name's Tom. I'm Head of Security Practice here at Gamma. I'm joined today by someone I've known for a very long time, so this could be the most unprofessional recording we've ever done. Matt Hillman, Chief Commercial Officer now at Mtech Communications. Matt, if you want to say hello, quick intro.
Yeah,
This will be the formal bit, and then we can do the non-formal bit after.
Yeah, as you said, Matt, CCO from Mtech, and yes, we've known each other a long time.
How long have obviously you've been at Mtech just over a year now?
Is it?
A year?
Yep.
How long Mtech been going before that?
So we're in our 7th year.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, standing start, so quite a lot of growth over those 7 years, and seems a good growth over the last 12 months as well.
How are you finding the world at the moment? Don't go too political on this. How are you finding business at the moment?
I think there's lots of business to be had, and I'm proud to say that, we've been really successful over the last 12 months. Obviously, I've known Mtech for many years before that, so the year-on-year growth has been really, really good. Not denying that the market is very different these days. It's definitely a lot tougher. I think we're being faced with challenges that we wouldn't necessarily have expected. But testament to the team here, we've rode those challenges. We're coming out the other side, and continue to deliver good growth. So, it's a good place to be at the moment.
And hopefully you won't mind me saying, but you have been in telco a long time.
Yes.
Longer than you probably care to admit. Is now the most exciting time, or do you think there's times gone by that you think there's been different challenges at the job? I think when I first started, I remember talking about this with somebody recently, I joined when we were doing like the digital switch off, and you'll remember that. And it feels like we're going through that, not the digital switch off, sorry, the digital going analog to digital.
Yep. When
ISDN was new. And obviously we're going through that again. Big talking point people are talking about. Is that exciting now, or is it?
It is.
Or is there things gone by that you think that was even more exciting?
I mean, I think anybody that's been in the industry as long as I do remember the good old days. It was a far simpler time. Yeah. We were selling PBXs. It was much easier. I think the landscape has changed. I think the last 12, 24 months, I think we're just suddenly seeing that the portfolio of products that are available to, comms companies is no longer just about a phone on a desk. It's about much, much more. AI is big at the moment. Obviously, it's buzzy in the industry. It's buzzy across the country and the world at the moment. And obviously, leading on to what we're going to be talking on today, I think what comes with technology comes with the risk of exposure. So we have to be super, super cautious about that and take that into consideration as well.
And do you think customers do care about the things that you just mentioned? Or is it us to get? Obviously, you're on the front line.
Yeah.
I don't really talk to direct customers anymore. We imagine what they like. Do they actually care, or they just want to pay for something, pay cheaper bills? Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a good question. I think they are worried. I think there's definitely a nervousness with, particularly I would suggest, small to medium sized organisations.
Yeah.
I think the nervousness comes from an awareness of what's going on in the world at the moment.
Yep.
I think there's a nervousness about how do they tackle that, even very small organisations. Mm-hmm. But I think there's definitely a recognition that something needs to be done. And I think often it's how do we get it done? And I think that's the biggest worry is how do we do it? Yeah. It's something that we're really conscious of, which is why we make sure that with every solution that it is belt and braces top to bottom. It's not just we're selling a phone on a desk. We want to make sure that we're protecting our customers whilst giving them a decent solution, and obviously cost plays a part in that as well.
And I suppose it's nice for them to be able to come to you and be like, we know we need to do something, we just want to do it, and you can be the guys to do it, essentially. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, definitely. And simplicity is the key.
Yeah.
If it's quick, easy, simple, easy to understand, I think it suddenly relieves that worry, that pressure, that apprehension. Mm-hmm. And the general response that we get is okay. Well, that's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
And it sounds great. And yes, we need to do it.
Would you say SME, your market, enterprise, not at all, or is it not? Is it somewhere where do you focus?
Yeah, I'd say small to medium enterprise is where we focus. Yeah. We do have some much larger organisations that are within our customer base, but absolutely that kind of small to medium enterprise is where we sit.
Obviously, here today to talk about gamma proposition SafeWeb. You guys have been using that for a very, very long time.
Yep.
I think I remember talking about it with Martin when we first launched it. And I was about to say, you guys gave me the idea, but that might mean I have to give you some share of the profit. So I won't say that. But kind of going to cover how you found it, customer feedback, questions about the product, and be as honest as you can. But I thought we'd start with something a bit more lighthearted and just do some corporate quick-fire questions.
Go for it.
So these are this or that kind of scenario. So mobile app or desktop?
Me personally, mobile app.
One-time purchase or subscription model? Again, you personally.
Subscription model.
Dark mode or light mode?
Light mode.
I'm a dark mode guy. And it must be a generational thing. LinkedIn or cold call it?
LinkedIn.
So do business.
For me and what I do now, that's how I interact with a lot of people. But as far as the business is concerned, cold call.
Does it still work as well as it used to?
Absolutely. I don't think there is in my opinion, I think it's a bit of a dying breed.
What are cold callers?
Cold callers, they're expensive. But at this moment in time, it delivers the best return.
I always find with like telemarketers that's how I started, and then you move on to something else.
Yep.
So, and it's always an awkward time period of your life between that like 18 to 21 year old. You're either switched on, you want to do what you want to do, or you're just out all the time. And I was a mixture of both. But yeah, you kind of difficult people to find, aren't they? I'd say they're probably the most difficult. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. Finding people to sit in a seat is one thing.
Yeah.
Finding someone who's successful is another, which is why there's lots of incentives in place that people that are genuinely hungry, it can be the start of their career. There are some people that will be, telemarketing lifers, and it's fine. But yeah, it's a tough job to fill, but rewarding when it works.
Work from home or the office? For you personal?
For me personally, prefer it in the office. Yeah.
Company mobile, Android or iOS?
iOS. Android also for Psychopumps.
It's weird. It's a weird little platform, isn't it? I don't understand why. Just horrible. Costa or Starbucks? Obviously, other coffee brands are available.
Starbucks.
Good choice. This might be an interesting question for you as well. Golf or paddle?
Or what?
Paddle.
Paddle?
You've not heard of paddle?
No.
It's like, it's going to be a neither on this question then, isn't it?
Football.
Have you not seen paddle?
No.
It's a bit like squash. It's all of those racket sports combined into one.
Right.
It's supposed to be super easy. I've played it a few times. And the final one, this is just me being interested, is favourite UK service station to visit. Not for a holiday, just...
I mean, Lee de la Mare is pretty good. Cheveley is decent.
Yeah. Both of those on the same M4 across.
The M4 is a decent service station.
All, I don't know.
Yeah, they've got them all.
Mine's... Obviously, everyone always goes Gloucester, but I feel like that's in a bit of so that's a treat service.
Yeah. I go Cheveley. It's got it all.
Yeah, good choice.
And it's close to home.
you know you're on the way back. And to be fair, I'm going to pass Cheveley later. I might pop in. It's a little treat. Why was I home late? I went to Cheveley.
For a ropey Burger King and a pasty.
You always have them pasty vans outside the...
Yeah.
It's not something you'd associate with Cheveley, either is it the Cornish?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Those are the corporate quick-fire questions.
Good.
Cybersecurity questions. Or let's talk about cybersecurity, I should say.
Okay.
So a lot of people are talking about cybersecurity. Obviously, two of us in the room today talking about it, but a lot of people in the industry talking about it. But we're being me, not on the front line. Are customers talking about it, or is it something that we're just making a lot of noise of to talk about for the sake of talking about something?
No, I think it's definitely on people's minds. I mean, you can't go past the news. It seems like every week, every month, there's some sort of cyber security leak, or a big organisation has been compromised in some way, shape or form. So I think it's definitely something that people are aware of. I think they hear it. I think they see it. I think it's definitely, certainly within that small to medium sector, I think there is still that mentality as it won't happen to us.
Yeah, I'd say that because obviously we see M&S and all the others See
Yeah.
that though, yes. But do you think if you're Barry the Butcher, is that actually going to happen to me?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it is that kind of mentality that I'll worry about it later. You know, I'm not going to get affected. It's only the big companies. But we have learned sometimes the hard way, both as a service provider and as our customers, that that's not the case. So taking a proactive step in helping them understand what the risks are, what the exposure could be, what actions as a result of that. But most importantly is putting it together in a way that is super simple for them. I think is, like I said earlier, is the key. It's simplicity is the key.
It's confusing, isn't it? Because a lot of cybersecurity is probably pitched at those enterprise businesses, because those are people that have been attacked and still been damaged, and we hear about in the news. But you can't really take an enterprise proposition and try and carve it up into an SME world, can you? It's
impossible.
It's difficult.
It's impossible.
And it's that level of understanding, right? If you've got someone, business owner, many hats, they want to pay you, so can you just sort it out for them?
Absolutely. It's impossible for them to be proactively protecting themselves. And often if they are hit with something, it's normally a reactive thing, which is often at that point too late.
Is there anything customers are on the lookout for? Is there anything that they go, oh, that's scary to us, or are they just aware of it, and then suddenly they're going to think, one day wake up and go, well, God, yeah? Or is there something that they're looking at, they're going like phishing emails, for example?
Yeah, I think, losing their data, I think is the most important, not the most important, is the one thing that they are most aware of. Because we see it and hear it all the time. It's not new, it's not unusual, but obviously the downside to hearing it all the time is then you become slightly desensitized to it.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about customers, and cybersecurity conversations come around, it's just giving them a picture as to what could happen, why it happened, what the consequence of that, could be.
Yeah.
But it's also about how can we help, proactively protect you, as well as giving you a really quick and easy, simple proposition that doesn't cost, hundreds and thousands of pounds, which I think is also the perception. If, I need to get a cyber security specialist to come and sort this out, all we're thinking about is, crikey, how much is that going to cost?
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely on there. But I just think, like you've alluded to, most small businesses, business owners are wearing 50 hats at any given hour. And it's one more thing that they've got to think about, which, do they have the bandwidth to do that? I'd probably say no.
And it comes back to that SME versus enterprise conversation again, doesn't it? Of SMEs are these guys, enterprise are over here.
Yep.
And an enterprise company would happily waste 10 grand on a cybersecurity expert to come in and say, you're not doing this right.
Yeah. Or they'd even have their own department. You know? So
you see that a lot. It seems, obviously, in your world, I'm very much unlikely, but anybody having their own kind of cybersecurity experts, or is it just a case of then we'll deal with it?
It's car insurance, right? You never hope you're going to have to claim on it, and everyone moans at how much it costs.
Yeah.
But when you have an accident, you're over the moon to be paying your monthlies, right? And I see cybersecurity the same. I don't intend to have a data breach. I don't intend to let my information get out there, but how can I stop it?
Yeah.
And that's the big question.
Sometimes it's how do we stop it afterwards, isn't it? And it's all that conversation, and we won't go too geeky today because I don't think we need to, but it's more understanding, but from a customer's point of view, do they actually care about cybersecurity? And it sounds like yes, they do, but it's that kind of thing that they probably care about a lot of things in their business that could potentially go wrong. And it's how do we protect ourselves very simply and easily?
Absolutely. Any small business, any business, is what's their focus on a day-to-day basis. It's revenue, right?
Yeah.
It's, how do we make money? How do we drive down costs? How do we make a profitable business? How do we have a great lifestyle and all that kind of good stuff?
Mm-hmm.
The cybersecurity question just gets pushed behind, pushed to the back of the mind.
Same with anything else, though, isn't it? It's
100%.
It could be seen as another utility, in a nice possible way. People have always said that about telco, haven't they? It's a utility, but when it goes wrong, can go a lot more wrong than like when your gas and electric goes wrong, because you probably just end up paying the wrong thing,
and you get a refund.
Yeah.
Whereas that's not necessarily the case here. So
whereas telco can be damaging, but cybersecurity can be even more damaging, can't it? And it's frightening how damaging it can be.
Yeah, I mean the good news, and I guess the exciting thing within the telecoms arena is that a telecom solution is there's lots of redundancy, there's lots of backup, there's lots of flexibility. If your building burns down, you can literally go into a space tomorrow and carry on just like you did yesterday. When your data is compromised, it can have a significant impact on actually being able to run your business. It can have a significant financial impact, which could just crucify small businesses. So I think and again, go back to your earlier question is telecoms or, communication exciting at the moment? I think it's exciting in the sense that it's not just phones, it's so much more now. And I guess it's cheesy as it sounds. I'm sure there's lots of people who roll their eyes when I say this, but fairly satisfying that we can actually go out and help customers. And I think for us, that's the underlying, good thing about it is we're out there helping people.
Protecting them.
Yeah, definitely. It makes a difference.
Where do you think we go next with cybersecurity? Like obviously people talk about AI. Is there the future of it? Is it scary? Is it more the same? What do you think?
Again, in my opinion, in my experience, I think the whole AI conversation at the moment, it's around, using it for fun, I guess. I think it's going to play a part. I think, generally speaking, there is a nervousness around AI. Don't get me wrong, hugely powerful. It's a great tool. It's built into the Microsoft suite now. It's built into Google suites. There's all sorts that you can get. It's now built in the iPhone. You've got GPT built into the iPhone.
I use it daily now. WhatsApp. It's quite weird how easy it is to actually, I want to say use, but essentially, you can just, the fact that you open it up in WhatsApp and there's Meta AI in there,
absolutely.
You can type it in the same way you would do. People are loving it. Do you know what I mean? It's quite, but you're right, people are using it for fun.
I think there is definitely a productivity use for it. I think it does help. We do use AI at Mtech on a regular basis, literally a daily basis. But I think the concern is how far will it go? Is it cleverer than somebody trying to hack your business or hack your data? And I think that's probably one of the main concerns, is how it's actually going to be used for bad rather than how we're using it for good.
It's true of anything really, isn't it? Like every bit of technology that comes along, people are always like, oh, this is bad, this is good. AI is obviously a massive revolutionary technology. People are like, wow, because it is game changing, isn't it, really, for a lot of people, and it's how you use it. And a lot of people will use it for bad, unfortunately, and that is the future of cybersecurity. Is comes down to that kind of thing of, we're going to make it a lot easier for criminals to be able to do stuff, but we're also making our life a lot easier by using AI anyway. Do you know what I mean? We spoke about how easy it is to use.
But with all technology comes risk. I think that's fair to say. I think even going back in the day of moving from a traditional PBX to a cloud proposition, there was lots of nervousness around its security and is it going to work, and are we going to get hacked?
We don't think about it anymore, do we? People just have clouds.
Absolutely.
Left, right and centre.
Definitely. But I think with AI, it's just, I think it's a slightly different kettle of fish. I think there is a nervousness out there. But I think it's just something that we'll evolve with and learn to work with as opposed to fight against.
So just really talk about it. It's an amazing tool, isn't it? Just got to use it in the right way.
Yeah, as I say, we use it every day. Genuinely use it here every day, and it's brilliant.
I think the same. We use it every day. Use every day. Same with the cyber criminal. They're going to use it every single day, because why wouldn't they? Then they'll go, oh, you know what? Fair game. We won't use AI. We'll just do it ourselves still. Yeah. The same way that we're not.
Our telemarketing and quality departments use it as part of the process now, in terms of our process with booking our sales girls out on the road, etc., etc. So it is something that we are embracing, but I think we're just doing it cautiously.
Yeah, makes sense. From a technology point of view, what you got to sell? Obviously, IT support's never been a core part of Mtech. You've always been telco and maybe dabbled in it a little bit. Is telco still your core in terms of? Is it the full package, connectivity, or is that what you're saying the most of still?
Yeah, definitely. I think we are still currently a telco company. We sell telephone solutions. We have definitely embraced, so obviously we're an IPEX house, so we've absolutely embraced all of the new products and services and all the add-ons. So whilst we are fundamentally a telecoms company, now we're talking to customers about WhatsApp, we're talking to them about AI, we're talking to them about transcription services, we're adding value to the proposition, but still that underlying foundation of being a telecom supplier. Yes, we're absolutely bundling it in with connectivity options. Starlink is massive for us at the moment.
Really?
If you think where we are, we're in the depths of the New Forest, lots of our local customers.
The reason we're recording this later than we originally planned is because I got lost because I had no 3G. And completely back that up.
But I think looking to the future, there's no question that IT and telecoms is closer now than it ever has been. And it feels like, certainly with lots of our deployments, it feels like we're having an IT conversation actually rather than a telecoms conversation. So what the future will bring, nobody knows, but I think we'll definitely, embrace that kind of IT side of things. But
just kind of to come back to like what we're here to talk about today in terms of like SafeWeb, the gamma proposition is, from our point of view, we develop SafeWeb so that a telco company, traditional telco company with no IT knowledge, could sell that service and help their customers be protected against cybersecurity.
Yep.
And you guys have done very well and sold that product without any kind of IT knowledge. It kind of hopefully proves that the way that we built it was the right way. Do you know what I mean? You could deliver it to customers without that knowledge.
We're just awesome at selling it.
Right then. On to SafeWeb, the actual product itself. We spoke a little bit about cybersecurity and kind of where you're positioning on it and kind of Mtech's background. With SafeWeb, what problem were you kind of like looking to resolve with it when you guys launched it to customers? And obviously, difficult for you to say, but just because it was mainly done before you joined, but we've continued that relationship and we've grown. What problem do you think it resolves for you as a business?
Well, I think is, prior to Mtech, obviously well versed in the SafeWeb and the rest of the portfolio. I'm not sure we actively went out there to, if I'm very honest, to say we are going to sort our customers out and they're going to be overjoyed. But I think what's critical to the way that we do business is simplicity has to be at the heart of everything that we do. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think there's sort of almost a 4 or a 5 step plan with SafeWeb. It does this, it does this, it does this, it does this, and here's the outcome. And to be able to go into our customers and actually talk about it in that way, it was easy. They get it, they understand it. We're not, talking geeky talk. We're not getting technical. We are just simply saying, this is what you will get, and this is what it will protect you from, and this is the outcome of that protection.
Works well for those SME customers that you deal with.
Absolutely. And they get it, they understand it, they recognize it, and a lot of people also, almost you can sort of see the sigh of relief to say, well, at least I've ticked that box. So yeah, that's how we look at it. Is it's not solving a problem, so to speak, but inadvertently solving a problem.
Kind of goes back to what you said at the start, isn't it? The people don't realise that these challenges are there. They don't. Their business at the moment is all about how do we make more money. It's not about how do we protect ourselves against cyber criminals.
No, absolutely.
So for you to say that it's super simple, hope from multiple words in your mouth, but super simple, easy product that we can go out and just show the customer.
Definitely.
It makes it easy for them.
Definitely. And when you relate it to things that we all have in the real world, like I said to you, we almost treat it as an insurance policy, in the sense of it's protecting you for something that you don't want to happen, just like home insurance, car insurance, and now it's cybersecurity insurance. It's protecting you from something that you hope never happens, but you would never live without it. And I think that's how we've just approached it, just keeping it simple.
Yeah, good. And that's how we designed it. So hopefully that's I'm glad that's coming through. You said it always, and hopefully we've known each other a long time. And I know you wouldn't lie to me, but you would be honest and say, if it's complicated, it's complicated. But the simplicity is where we kind of built it, and I'm glad that's coming through to the customer.
Yeah, we're super traditional, right? We're a features and benefit organisation, and when you can put a really important product on a single side of A4 and it tells the entire story, it's easy. Not only is it easy for customers to understand, it's easy for our sales teams to understand.
I was going to ask, how do you get on internally with it? Because you guys aren't a IT support company, you're not a cybersecurity company. How do the staff get on with it? Because it's a new world for them almost. Do you know what I mean?
It is, as you said, Mtech's been a partner of you guys for quite some time now, so it's just something that is there.
Yeah.
And without sounding like a broken record, it's so easy and they get it and they understand it.
There's no challenges with like understanding. Do you know what I mean? My background isn't cybersecurity. People will be surprised to hear. I came from telco.
Yeah.
And it was just one day we saw an opportunity to develop a super easy product.
Yeah.
And that just happened to be in cybersecurity. And I don't understand those complex products that are out there, and I won't give myself to. And I'm glad that your staff get that as well. Do you know what I mean?
Like I say, it's just quick, easy, simple, and our customers love it. So.
Is there any feedback from customers on that point that you'd like to share that have said anything about the product that we feel like? Obviously, I know you haven't got anything wrote down, so this isn't kind of standing up in a court of law. Is there any anecdotal feedback that you've received over the years?
I think with any product that you're selling to a business, there's skepticism around, do I want it? Do I need it?
Yeah.
Should I be paying for it? Is it too much? The interesting feedback that we get is that, our approach has been, give it a go. Just try it. And if you don't like it, fine. Yeah. But if you do like it, then let's have another conversation around it.
Yeah.
And I think very quickly...
That's good account management, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's what account management is at the end of the day, isn't it? Is manage your accounts.
Is manage the account, remove barriers, make it easy. I know I keep sound like a broken record here. But the feedback that we get is that we get emails in from customers saying, we've just had this alert. What is it?
Yeah.
And then, of course, we go back to them and help them understand it. Mm-hmm. And there is that element of surprise. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. What do we need to do about that? And then, of course, as you said, we go back to what we said earlier. We've got, there's resolutions with SafeWeb in particular. And then we just point them in the right direction, kind of job done. And of course, once they see it, once they understand it a little bit better, and it's not just something that is on their bill, it's actually a tangible product that does help.
Yeah.
I think those conversations around whether they maintain that subscription become a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely. Don't say price, but if there's anything you could change about SafeWeb, what would it be? I knew you'd go straight for price. That was just as word was about to come. What would you change about that? I knew you'd go commercials. That's your job, so that is my job. Nothing really that springs to mind. I think we've spoken about it a lot, and introducing some automation, introducing that AI element to what you have now. Yeah. I think is something that we're seeing some good value in. Because you guys have been a partner of ours since day one, and we worked with you guys to build SafeWeb. How the product's been built is based on your feedback. Do you know what I mean? So we've kind of got to the point now where the product's at, I wouldn't say finished, because there's still things that we're going to develop and launch over the next 3 to 6 months that we spoke about. But because you've given us that feedback, we've implemented it and acted upon it. So do you know what I mean? And any feedback we get, we always take super seriously. And if it can improve the product, we'll definitely do it.
Yeah.
But if it's a case of making something blue when it's yellow, we're definitely not going to do that.
No. But I think...
is that kind of... We've always had that conversation. So it's a difficult one to go for.
Our feedback primarily revolves around how we can pitch it, how we can sell it, and how we can make it easier.
Yeah.
The technology behind it and what it does and how it does... I don't really care.
Yeah.
I just want to know what the result is and what the benefits are going to be. And I think, in my opinion, it's in a really good place at the moment. Really good place.
Onboarding wise, we obviously onboarded you as a partner a couple of times, and we're doing some work recently. How have you found that with us? Good, bad, ugly?
Easy. Because you do most of it for us. But the interactions are, this is what I want to achieve and how do we do it? And you and Zach and the rest of the team go out there and make it happen. And I think that for me, it's not laziness, I promise. It's just making sure that, the team that are doing this on a day-to-day basis are focusing on the critical stuff for us, which is running the business on a day-to-day basis. So having you guys there, and obviously we do some work with you, I know.
Yeah.
But, having that support there where we can actually get you guys to really, really help us, I think is invaluable.
We've always tried, this is one thing we do exceptionally well with you guys, is knowing who does what. Like in our team, our billing team has a close relationship with your billing team, and me and you have never spoke about billing, which means it's working well. Do you know what I mean? And I know the billing team talk. Same with the support element, the marketing, those functions within our business are connected, which is good. And we've always done that well with you guys in terms of let's work with the people we need to. There's two people that speak marketing wise, let them talk rather than me and you to talk about what an email looked like, because we
hugely important for me that the right people are aligned with the right people, because you know, I don't want people getting involved in something that's not necessarily their thing. I want people that get it, understand it, to be involved. So, you know, when we've done those sorts of things, hopefully it's just made it super easy for both parties. You guys are great as well. There's been some changes and some new stuff coming and various other things, and the training that we get, you know, is great. And again, training the right people. You know, as far as, you know, our sales machine is concerned, it's a slight change on a bit of a sales document, but behind the scenes, if we can't bill it, if we can't have a good understanding as to what's working, what's not working, that's a real problem for us. And luckily that hasn't happened. So
and say, because you guys have been open and honest with your feedback over the years, we've been able to understand that, and also it helps us with other resellers as well. So it's from a selfish point of view, people don't tell us, we don't know. So we'd be able to take some of the stuff that you've given us over the years and gone, well, that's going to help ABC Telecom down the road, and we will do that. And the problem is, if ABC Telecom don't feed back to us as well, we don't get that feedback to share with you, which has always been good, and we've always appreciated that. So
yeah, well, I think
good to know.
We're fundamentally probably no different to a vast number of your partners in that, you know, the sectors that we deal in, the size of companies that we deal in, and how we actually, you know, bring you customers on board. So, you know, and equally you've come with stuff that I guess has come from other people that we've gone, well, that's a great idea. And, you know, so I think that collaborative, you know, working is been really good.
With our latest product, SafeWeb Plus, which we didn't spend long on the day, it includes dark web monitoring, phishing simulation, incident response, and privacy toolbox. I was going to ask which is your favourite, but I guess what's your favourite? What's a customer's favourite? What do you get the most feedback on that kind of customers go, yeah, that's good for the price that you're delivering it at?
I would say dark web monitoring. I think, don't get me wrong, you know, doing phishing tests and all this sort of stuff, but again, the size of companies that we play in, you know, do they necessarily have the time to do that?
I see some of your customers that we work with and sometimes emailing 5 users, and you think, well, 2 of them are probably the same people.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Greatest phishing simulation is for that.
But the dark web monitoring, I think, I just think is quite powerful when you see the report. And we do it at Mtech. You know, I think that is, it can be quite a powerful bit of information when you look at stuff. Some of the feedback that we've had from customers is like, that person hasn't even been in the business for 2 years, and yet their username and password is compromised. We didn't know about it. What could the impact of that be?
Yes.
So I think, the dark web monitoring is what I like.
Yeah. And where SafeWeb originally came from, I mean, we've had some really good success with it over the years together.
Absolutely.
All that brings me to say is thank you very much for your time today. It's always good to catch up, and I'm sure this conversation will continue off camera. All that leaves me to say is to the audience, thank you very much for listening / watching. Stay tuned for some exciting updates in the next coming weeks about SafeWeb and other partner podcasts. Thank you very much.